Righto, we're here again for part 73,073. It's only 17, it's not that many, come on. But we persist, we go on, it goes on and it goes on. But eventually, soon, we only got to get up to number 23. Soon we're going to be... Should the tow truck take it to the mechanic? No, we might just... it could be that. We could be rolling with it. The rolling along. We don't know. That's the suspense of the story. And so she all plays out in the chronological order. And we just keep going. But we persist. And I think there's only one more sort of filler episode that's just filling. And then we'll finish up this series at episode 23. And... that'll be season 1. We've got season 2 in plans. I've got some other videos that I'm thinking of doing. Maybe I'm just going to shorten this whole scenario up into just interesting bits. Yeah, maybe. Like just doing stuff. Like just not procrastinating over shit. Just, this is what you do to pull this thing apart. We'll do that. And maybe we'll follow the Hainsey way. We'll review the Hainsey book for sure. That's got to be in there. And I don't know, dribbled on long enough, I think. Let's roll with it.
Where to, what to believe in, where to believe so. Where to, not to deceive in, we don't take control. Believe what you read or what you see, but you don't really know. Believe what you want, but don't deceive me. You won't take control. As if I need to turn on that TV. I don't even need to know the reasons. Life's not meant to be misinformed and confused. Know the line. Real time. Moving out into the light. Vicious lies. Learning to realize you've been sold. Your mind is now in their control.
It's been a day, that's for sure. Where did we leave off? Rightio, so we weighed up our life decisions a little bit and just had some forethought and thought that this little bracket here for the shift linkages needs to probably go in. It's like just thinking about what I've got to dodge, so I was going to put the drive axles in next, but I just thought it's not much room. That's a real dick to get out. I actually got the bolt from the other side and then it fell out. I lost a bolt, if you can remember that. So this here I tried to get it in at the top. Dropped the bolt. Spent a couple of minutes with the old magnet maker tool finder bolt extractor from random spots. I don't actually know where it fell, but poking around in there for a little while. Eventually dug it out. And I found that I'm really happy that I did this because it was easier to get in underneath. You put your arm around that little cross member bar that I took out earlier. And I put that middle bolt in from down there. I came back up, reassessed, so I got the top bolt in. That was easy enough to do from the top, and then I went back down underneath. And pop the bottom one in there because you want to make sure that, while you're feeling around in random spots that you can't see where you're putting bolts and you can't see, can't feel, can't move. You want to make sure you cross thread those bolts so that you can, work out a way to get them out once you break them. I took it out from that far side, so that's how I'm going to tighten them up. They're just in their finger tight now, so that was easy enough to get it in from underneath. And I went and did that speed sensor cable as well because, that's in a dick around spot, and just those drive axles will be handy not to be there to get that bracket back in. and its speed sensor cable was a BH. I made sure I routed those cables around the right way. I think one was either side of that, so we might just check that, but we don't need to buckle them in yet anyway. Yeah, I just need to, I think that's got a torque setting, so we'll look at that. We'll get on with the big breaker bar and just the big extension and just do them from outside the wheel arch there. That's fine, easy peasy. So that's a good job out of the way. And I think that was all I wanted to touch on there. We'll work out what else we need to button up, but I'm pretty sure we're going to go with drive axles next. So yeah, we'll nip them up and then we'll get the drive axles in, and I'll see you soon, hopefully. As promised, we're just doing little videos. I think we'll just keep going as we progress. So what you want to do, make sure you get in here and spray heaps of shit in there and make a mess and have shit leaking everywhere while you're, so when you get under there it can drip all over you. We'll do the other side first, but these just went in easy. It was easy. Just made sure they were lined up and come back out here, and a couple of little tonks with the old mallet, and they just seated in nicely. The axle does the turny thing, which it's supposed to, which is good. All this juice, this is cleaned up a bit. I got in there with a brush a bit, dicked around. This is part of the Red Rocket, you know. You give it this loving, and this little white smoogie juice comes out. So this gasket's just, you know, I started to do this earlier. I think I'm trying to wear gloves because I've trashed my hands doing all this shit. So that was a bit I forgot to mention about putting that bracket in, like trying to feel those nuts and get them to cross thread in and all that stuff. So that's that. Axles in. We'll bang these in now. I think that was it. But yeah, we're progressing nicely today. That's good. Just waiting for something to ruin our day. I think that might need a bit of grease on there. We'll sort that out. You'll be okay. Sunday, fun day. It's been alright. No sarcasm in that. We come in here. Drive axles went in like a dick in a bum. Just beautiful. It's a bit of a, bit of wangling around there just to get it in. Ball joints, just a bit of wangling, dangling and stuff. I was a bit worried there. I might have stripped a thread because the nut wasn't quite going on well, but that's fine. Didn't damage that in there. And I don't know, we squirted some more juice down in there just before we put that cover back on, because there's sensors and fucking all sorts of wires and shit down there. We might as well juice them up, wreck them, whatever. That'll be fine. We'll learn. I won't worry about that. This one's same. This one went in like a dick in a bum. That's good. That's in. Ball joints in. That went in good. We just need a little bit of this just to make it happen in the end. Nothing serious. I did work out that ball joint rockets around. That made life a lot easier. This one was much easier to move than that one. And yeah, we got there. That's on. I've just got to get the torque wrench out again now because this needs to be torqued. Those ball joints need to be torqued. Then that's in, and we can pull this out. We don't need that anymore. That's just in our way when we want to get in here and do all the fun stuff. Plug her all back up. I'm pretty sure I'll plug most things back up because this is those heater hoses I want to flush out. They're at the top, so easy peasy. There's awesome clips that it just, like, once that one comes out, then we'll be able to get at that one, and we'll leave them on there and flush that through that. Just discard that so we don't back flush the, I don't think it'll hurt the heater tap it. Yeah, we'll contemplate that one a little bit before we do it so we don't make any mistakes. And contemplate when the radiator goes back in, flush it and get it ready just so that's good to go. There's a couple of bits there I need to clean. This is the big job's done, I think. Big job's done. What about a jinx to curse ourselves and cause some fucking future problem? Let's just see. These are all out, so I might just pop these back in for now, because I'll forget that and we'll be starting her and fucking going. Why is it not starting? I was going to check those spark plugs, but but I'm not going to replace them, so why bother? The instrument's okay. I don't think there's anything too wrong with it. We can deal with that later. That's not a drama. You're not doing anything in there anymore, mate. It's time for you to come out. We'll talk about the bolts and stuff first, but and a quick breather, and I finished my sandwiches. They're gone. I had to sit on the roof there because the dogs were my biggest fans with the sandwiches. Yeah, I think that's it. Another cup of joe, and I don't know what time we're at. Might be 2 o'clock or something. So we've made pretty good progress today. So let's get outside, have a drink and break, and continue on. Just about to hook back in. So a quick recap. Got that there ready there, the next 2 jobs. So we've got to torque up some bolts in there, and let's juice up the gearbox. Another little side project though, while we're at it. Let's just have a look how this went. Oh, where did I put it? Over here. Here we go. Went ahead and just put some of that flush shit in there. The coolant reservoir. And we'll just, it's probably got the right chemicals in there to clean it, so why bug around with anything else? I want to just get it done, so let's try and do this 2 hands. We'll get this drip tray. Pop this cap off. Come on, you can do it one-handed. One-handed. Boop! There we go. That's got a big hose connected to it too, that's right. Drink that out. Oops, nearly dropped it. Let's have a look, see what comes out of there. Oh yeah, that worked. Look at that stuff coming out of there. That's good. That's good. We don't need that in our engine. What are we looking like in there now? Oh, pretty good. Looks like it's breaking it down a bit. We'll give it another go, I think. Yeah, it's looking better. Hit that again, and a little bit of, I left it over the other side, just blue shit that's going to put in the radiator. I need half the bottle for this car, so a little smudge in there, didn't hurt. Alright, let's go. Back of the Haynes book. What do we got? Ball joints to control arm. 90 Newton meters. That's awesome. So that's gonna break for sure. I couldn't find a torque setting for this one actually, which I thought was interesting, so we'll just bang that bad boy on there as tight as we can, and fingers crossed we don't have a wheel fall off or anything like that. That's fine though. Yeah, 3 wheels to drive. Might steer very well, but we'll get our own. Alright, let's stop looking through this book. We looked at the brakes, we looked at this, looked at that, everything. Nothing for those wheel nuts, so yeah, they're just getting as tight as they can. Let's go.